Welcome to the University of Michigan Dentistry Podcast Series, promoting oral health care worldwide.
There's no way that your education in a changing world like we live in can really teach you everything. But what they ought to teach you is how to think and how to evaluate and how to approach things scientifically. And that's, in particular, what I think my training at the School of Dentistry did for me.
When you choose a School of Dentistry, the first question to ask is, where will I obtain the education that will best prepare me for the kind of dental career I want to have? After carefully investigating this question, many of the very best qualified students in the country choose the University of Michigan. Why?
I think Michigan's one of the best schools in the country from what I've seen facility-wise. I've got to talk to a lot of faculty, people, and deans, and it's amazing when you go around the country and talk to other students and faculty and people like that, how many people say, wow, you're from Michigan. I'm really impressed.
The University of Michigan was one of the 6 schools that I looked at and visited, and overall I was pleased with the interaction I saw here with faculty, the facilities, and the patient pool.
Today's job market is very competitive, and I think it gives you that extra advantage over a lot of other graduates. And like I say, you are well received as a Michigan graduate.
The University of Michigan consistently ranks as the top 1 or 2 dental schools in the country. How has it earned this reputation? An excellent faculty composed of specialists, many world-renowned, who enjoy the experience of teaching as much as they enjoy leading their peers in dental research.
Generally, they're all willing to help you, and they're all willing to make time to help you. Clinics run from a certain time in the day, say from 1 o'clock to 5, but many are willing to stay after to 6 o'clock if they have to help you get your work done or get you on the right track.
Well, I know when I was a student, one of the things that I enjoyed about some of my instructors was their ability to interact with me in a one-on-one situation and be able to talk to me about what I have done, build my confidence up in what I have accomplished, and be able to build up my patient's confidence in me, and yet at the same time be able to point out deficiencies and perhaps areas where I have excelled in. So what I attempt to do on a day-to-day basis and when I'm teaching in the clinic is to try to do just that with my students.
Students at the University of Michigan enjoy an excellent clinical experience, comprehensive, and based on the sound foundations and proven principles of dental practice.
And my clinical experience has been real good. I've had an opportunity, once you finish your requirements, you have an opportunity to do things in areas of your interest, a little more than maybe some of the other students. And that's been real enjoyable for my last semester as a senior.
The University of Michigan is lucky in that they don't depend upon clinic revenues for support. That means the students here are not asked to do many repetitive procedures that generate funds. And I think our students, therefore, are able to, and we encourage, a broad spectrum of procedures that they might do. And some are very time-consuming, but they learn from that.
Another reason for the school's high ranking is its excellent facility, one of the most modern in the country and designed to be conducive to learning. The school includes an extensive library and a learning center equipped with a variety of instructional media. Part of the School of Dentistry is the prestigious Dental Research Institute, one of the largest dental research facilities in the country. Research is important to dental education because it allows the latest knowledge to be transferred to the classroom and clinic. And no dental school in the world produces more research in dentistry than the University of Michigan.
I think the research emphasis here at the school has been helpful because a lot of the people who are doing the current research are lecturing to us and telling us, you know, about these new things that they're discovering, and incorporate that into our lectures, and then we learn about it firsthand.
Research helps you to find out what kind of techniques you should use, what kind of procedures, materials. It lets you know how you can be a better dentist.
University of Michigan has always ranked among the top schools in funding from the National Institutes of Health. They have thus competitively brought in research dollars and thus expanded staff to carry on research, which has made this a very busy place in relation to these research efforts. So there's a large range of research from clinical studies to those in the basic sciences that are all within the dental school building. And since the students have an opportunity to take some of their basic sciences in the medical school or in an adjacent building, faculty members there have cooperated too in encouraging and conducting research with students throughout the year.
Located on the central campus, the dental school takes advantage both of the University of Michigan's tradition of excellence and leadership in academics and its proximity to the medical center and the new university hospital, where some of the classes are taught. Another reason why the University of Michigan offers among the very best dental degrees in the country: diversity. Students at the University of Michigan are part of a diverse student body, composed of individuals from every background and from all over the world. What they have in common are talent and motivation to become outstanding clinicians, educators, or researchers.
We have a lot of people from all over the country and all parts of Michigan. Lots of women in the class and minorities too. And everybody gets along great. You're kind of a team, especially toward the end of that senior year.
In my experience here at the University of Michigan, there's been a lot of interaction between my classmates, students helping out other students, looking out for the other student.
I've made some real good friends and some close contacts whom I hope will stay as close once we all go to different parts of the country after graduation. I would not hesitate to refer patients to almost everybody in my class. That I think we all get a really strong education.
Students can choose from diverse extramural experiences, including opportunities to treat migrant workers in the mobile dental units and to work in urban dental centers.
I myself had the opportunity for 2 weeks to do the pediatric migrant worker program up in Traverse City, and that was an extracurricular activity that was just excellent. It gave you a little more hands-on skill outside the setting of the school, and I'll tell you, alternative education is where it's at.
I also had an opportunity last year to be an exchange student to go to Japan for a month, which is a new program that the school has.
For some of the other experiences, we visit, there's some prisons that we go to, or the sheriff's department and various clinics, and we visit private practices in the general area, and they're all really varied experiences.
In addition to our extramural experiences that we provide in clinics, we also provide an experience for the students in private practice. We see that each student gets to visit at least one private practice, spend the day in the practitioner's office, learning some of the systems of practice management that that particular dentist may be utilizing, and integrating that with what is being taught in the community dentistry curriculum about setting up a practice, running a practice, and organizing any aspect of your dental practice.
In addition to a D.D.S. program, the University of Michigan School of Dentistry offers a program leading to a Bachelor's of Science degree in dental hygiene. The baccalaureate degree from the University of Michigan prepares the graduate for career advancement beyond entry-level positions. Graduates are educated to assume the vital roles of prevention and education in a variety of situations, including hospitals, public health, education, and private practice.
There are so many opportunities after a bachelor's. You go in a lot of other fields. You're not just
limited to cleaning teeth the rest of your life. You can do a lot of other things. The atmosphere here and the learning that you experience is all professional. You learn it seems like you learn how to do everything the right way, and everything that you learn, you know from beginning to end. They don't just teach you things, just parts of things. They just teach you everything.
Finally, students benefit from a campus and city that offers a diversity of social, recreational, athletic, and cultural opportunities.
Things are so convenient. You know, you can play any number of sports, like the Central Campus Rec Building is like 2 minutes away from the building, and you can swim and run and play volleyball and racquetball and any number of things there. And I have taken advantage of it a fair amount. And there's always a lot of activities going on in Ann Arbor. I like the town of Ann Arbor a lot. And always a lot of plays and concerts and movies and stuff. And a lot of good restaurants in town.
With the excellence of their education and the rich diversity of their experiences, graduates from the University of Michigan are prepared for success.
I feel that when I graduate, I can go out in the world and be a dentist, and when you come in the first couple years, it's hard to see that. And I think they've done a real good job of preparing me. And I'm ready to leave and get out and do it for real, be a real dentist.
Stimulating. Culture.
Fantastic.
Solid.
Fascinating.
Diverse.
Fantabulous.
Amazing.
Fantastic.
The best.
You get 8 moles of carbon dioxide.
Just SO3 and nitrogen. Okay, so we're going to say that all of our oxygen here...
Cranium is probably 3 or 4 centimeters too long. Okay. So I would recheck the measurement.
190 miles, altitude 79.
Hello, I'm James Earl Jones, an alumnus of the University of Michigan, part of a tradition that goes back nearly 2 centuries. Ann Arbor has changed a good deal since I was a student here. So has the university, so has the world. But Michigan continues to be in the forefront of academic exploration, preparing students for the challenges of an increasingly complex society.
We think that what the real world means for students these days is that they're likely to have several careers during their life. And so it's important not to take a narrow kind of training, but rather to have broad liberal arts training so that they'll be able to change and shift as the needs arise.
The University of Michigan offers a phenomenal array of resources. If you want to go deep into any one of an unbelievable range of fields, you can do it here. It requires some student initiative, but if someone has the drive and energy, they can't possibly exhaust what's available here to an undergraduate.
It's a prestigious university, and it can open a lot of doors for you.
I was able to find employment right away, and I felt that, in fact, my employer told me that because I had a U of M degree, that's why he hired me over 15 other people, so I guess it does pay off.
While over 2/3 of undergraduates are from the state of Michigan, Students come here from all 50 states and 96 countries. They're drawn from all economic and social levels. They represent different ethnic backgrounds, religions, customs, languages, and ideas.
The one thing that they offer that most other places that I looked at didn't was the open-mindedness and the consciousness, the political consciousness and social consciousness.
I've learned a lot about different people, and I've come to know that not only do you learn outstanding amounts in terms of academics, you learn outstanding amounts in terms of people.
It's not just, you know, books. It's about learning. It's about, you know, broadening your horizons.
This diverse student body is one of Michigan's strongest assets. But if the students are the body of the university, then the faculty is its heart.
Hurrah for the yellow and blue. Yellow the stars as they ride through the night and reel in a rollicking crew. Yellow the fields where ripens the grain, and yellow the moon on the harvest wain. Hail!
The one thing I like about the faculty here is that they're involved in many research projects, and there's a diversity of interest here.
I know this past year I've had the opportunity to take 24 students looking at global rivers, rivers of the world. We had opportunity to take students to Latin America, to Africa, to Asia, to the Middle East, to Eastern and Western Europe. And I don't know too many universities that could help put that program together in about 4 months' time and come up with a real positive experience in that regard.
So I think it's a good place to come in terms of getting a well-rounded education and not just learning facts and theories, but also learning how to learn. And that's really the key to any education.
I've served at the White House on the National Security Council staff and as a diplomat in the Vienna and Stockholm negotiations on arms control. And therefore, I'm able to take my students to Washington, to take my students to Jerusalem, and they are able to learn something about practical politics as well as the science of the study of politics.
At Michigan, you may choose your courses from a wide range of over 60 undergraduate degree programs, most of which are ranked among the best in the country.
Well, the residential college is a smaller part of the university, and I came from a very, very small high school and a very small grade school. So when I came here, you know, thousands of students kind of overwhelmed me. And the residential college is, I mean, I go into the office and they know my name. My counselor knows who I am. I'm not a number. And I've loved that since I've been here.
In addition to the main undergraduate and graduate libraries, there are 5 independent and 16 divisional libraries, as well as a library in every residence hall. There are well-equipped laboratories, comfortable study rooms, music practice facilities, dance studios, art and sculpture studios, theaters, and one of the most advanced computer networks available in the country. More than 1,000 computer terminals are available to students at 19 computer sites around the campus. The newest, Angel Haven, opened in the spring of 1989. It has 350 microcomputers available to students 24 hours a day, 7 days a week during the normal school year. Of course, life at Michigan isn't only academics. It is, above all, a community, large enough to provide a constellation of opportunities, small enough for rich, personal relationships to bloom. The social life outside the classroom is as diverse and exciting as the academic life inside.
You make a lot of friends around here, and there's plenty of services to help you out. There's counseling services, academic services. If you have a problem, there's somewhere to take care of it.
The University of Michigan is a prestigious school, but it's also, I think,
a very warm and friendly school. It has faculty that are very committed and dedicated to students.
More than 400 student organizations invite you to experience activities from flying to scuba diving. There are professional groups, computer groups, minority and ethnic groups, also recreational, political, and religious associations, and social fraternities and sororities. Students can write for the Michigan Daily, the independent student newspaper, volunteer at one of 3 university radio stations, or join others in celebrating annual cultural events, including the Hispanic Heritage Celebration, Black History Month, and the Ann Arbor Indian Powwow.
I think the U of M exists in an unusual setting. I come from the East Coast, and to me, one of the great attractions of this area is that it combines the kind of community sentiment that I identify with the Midwest with the cosmopolitanism that I identify with the East Coast.
The city of Ann Arbor is friendly, beautiful, and accessible. Athletic facilities are open to all students, everything from swimming to organized intramural competition. And then there is Big Ten sports.
Under center is Wangler at the 45. He goes back. He's looking for a receiver. He throws downfield and fires.
Long pass, Walker and Green battle. Walker fires up. It's over. Michigan has won a national championship. And for the 3rd time in the last 8 games, it has been decided by 1 point. The Wolverines win an NCAA title over Seton Hall, a tough opponent all the way.
Michigan is a banquet for the human spirit. Research and performance, close friends and world leaders, Rose Bowl games, and NCAA titles. People of all backgrounds, races, religions, and ages who unite to excel for themselves and for the world. Admission is competitive, but once you're accepted, the university's vitality embraces your own. I invite you to consider the University of Michigan. Share your intellect, your leadership, your spirit. Won't you join us?
You've been listening to a presentation from the University of Michigan School of Dentistry, which is dedicated to supporting open learning and open educational resources. This recording is licensed under the Creative Commons. It may be reused and redistributed for nonprofit use. Please attribute materials to the University of Michigan School of Dentistry and redistribute under this same license. For more information on how this and other University of Michigan School of Dentistry recordings may be used, visit www.dent.umich.edu/license.